cannot fix us. They cannot rebuild us. We have to do that for ourselves.
Why would they want to?
They wouldn't.
They're the oppressors.
But what we need is those examples. And that's what we're calling for. So this evidence, this research is key for showing the continuum of the harm. And in furthering this, the Stop the Maangamizi campaign has been successful in lobbying elected officials. So we've set up the first and only in the world. They have all-party parliamentary groups in the UK parliamentary system. We have an all-party parliamentary group, and we've called it On African Reparations. Yeah, it includes people who are pushing the CARICOM, 10-point plan, and other stuff. But we felt the term African was a global term that could bring many of us together under one umbrella. That was established in 2021, and the Maangamizi Educational Trust, that is the educational arm of the Stop the Maangamizi campaign that I'm a director of, we helped to run the secretariat. So we've created a mechanism to take action on this. And one of the things that we are demanding is that our people must have their say. It's not only us here, because Britain's empire was global, we want to hear from people in the Caribbean. We want to hear from people in Africa, other parts of the Black world. Wherever our people have travelled and have been impacted, because no government is doing that. The governments don't include the people, the governments, speak on behalf of the people, and right now, a lot of deals are being done with British universities and the University of the West Indies for resources that were generated as a result of the trafficking of our foreparents to go to colonial institutions in the Caribbean and to academics. That's not right, because it violates the principles of international law. In international law, reparations are a right and a remedy for victims. And victimhood is not a nice word, but victims in law means the law recognizes that you've been harmed and you have a right to redress. So that means people like you and I. It's not governments, because no Caribbean government or no African government was enslaved or trafficked. In fact, they were run by Europeans at the time. We just took them over at so-called independence. And they're still not fit for our purpose, because there hasn't been effective decolonization. Yeah? And so part of the solutions are about transforming the world, our part in the world, and so we have come up with reparations plans, and we've been passing reparations motions, and in fact in 2019 was it? There was a reparations motion that was passed in Lambeth. I don't know if you heard about it. There was a Lambeth Council with the Stop the Maangamizi campaign co-wrote a reparations and atonement motion. It was passed by Lambeth Council.
Is that the thing that happened at the Jamaican Park with
No, that was the Nation of Islam. No. These were reparations motions that were saying, because we're getting tired of, central government is ignoring us. So we wanted to create a mechanism at the local level for local councillors to work with communities to take reparations plans and implementation at the local level. Yeah? So that might mean access to green spaces and resourcing youth clubs. It could mean lots of different things, and wealth, entrepreneurship development, lots of things to build our communities. So we wrote this motion with Green Party councillors, actually. It's interesting to say that it was the Green Party that first supported our reparations work. Why? Because we have an environmental dimension to it. And we recognise the harm has not just been done to us as people, but now the harm to our environment and our very life support system. So it was somebody called Councillor Scott Ainsley, who's a white guy, who came on the 2019 reparations march. And he was fascinated because he said he was unaware that there were so many black people in Britain who were pro-reparations. Yeah? And it was like, what can we do? And he said he would try and get a motion passed. So I worked with him to write that motion. Incidentally, we were getting blockage from the Labour Party and black women councillors, I have to say, in this borough, who were trying to block it. party politics stuff, because I guess they thought, who are you? You're a white guy and you're the Green Party, nobody votes for you. We're Labour, black people have traditionally voted Labour. And plus, to be quite honest with you, the black women councillors were not very aware about the reparations organising. So we mustn't just assume that because we have somebody in a position that they know anything. Right, unless they've been organising with communities, they don't know very much because they're not there representing us. They're there to represent the Labour Party and whoever else establishment. Right, exactly. So they're not representing us. So we got blockage, and in the end it got passed by Lambeth Council, but Lambeth Council has done nothing. We keep writing to certain black women councillors, nothing, no implementation. We passed it in Islington as well, Green Party led. We tried to get one passed by the GLA, it was blocked by the Labour Party. And again, black officials, black Labour Party officials. Yeah, it was then passed in Bristol, it was 2021. In October 2020, the Green Party of England and Wales are the only political party in Britain that have embraced reparations. They have a policy on it, off of the work of the Stop the Maangamizi campaign. The only UK political party, October 2020. And they are supporting the demand for the all-party parliamentary commission of inquiry.